Sim Sim got the jam from the cupboard, but as she placed it on the top of the counter, it slipped from her hands.
Hello and welcome to Represented Podcast, storybooks and more for African kids.
Black kids.
Yes. My name is Tonye Ekese, and that person you could hear with me is actually my son. What's your name?
The co-host, Ugo Ekese.
That's right. Now, this podcast is part of our wider Simone's Oasis platform, thanks to Africa Business Radio, and we aim to empower the African child through entertainment. You can find us on YouTube and social media with a handle at Simone's Oasis. We create and aggregate awesome kids content made by Black and African creators for Black and African children. We have music, books, animation, live action, and more. Now, today's episode is a little different, as Ugo and I will be chatting about our own book series. Yes, the Ugo and Sim Sim book series, the first worldwide to feature a main character with Down syndrome that is Black. The books are written by myself and influenced by Ugo and his sister Simone, aka Sim Sim, who has Down syndrome. The music is written by myself and a talented producer, Spain 5 on the mix, with animated music videos by Smids Animation, one of Nigeria's top studios. So, let's tell you a little bit about the book series. So I'm just going to read the synopsis. And the synopsis, for those of you who don't know, is just a little summary of what the story is about. Ugo and Sim Sim are stories about the everyday life of a brother and sister living in Lagos, Nigeria. Ugo is a handsome and friendly boy who is curious about everything. Sim Sim is his cute and outgoing sister with Down syndrome. Together they take on daily challenges and sometimes each other as they learn about life. Topics range from understanding what Down syndrome is to bad hair days, power cuts, being independent, bullying, learning to share, Nigerian culture, and more. So what we're going to do is we are just going to go ahead and we're going to read one of the stories. Ugo, can you say the title of the book we're reading today?
We are reading book 2, Ugo and Sim Sim, I Can Do It Myself.
That's right. So we're reading Ugo and Sim Sim, I Can Do It Myself. So let's read it and then we can have a bit of a chat about it after, okay?
Page by page.
So we do it one page, or two page?
One page.
One page, okay. So when you're ready, we are reading Ugo and Sim Sim, I Can Do It Myself by Tonye Ekese.
It was morning. Ugo and Sim Sim were brushing their teeth. Simone reached for her toothbrush, but Ugo grabbed it first. He put some toothpaste on it and said, "Here you go, Sim Sim."
She snatched the toothbrush back and cried, "I can do it myself." The family sat down for breakfast. They were having oatmeal.
Sim Sim wanted to add some honey to her oatmeal, so she reached for the jar. "Let me help you," Mommy said, adding some honey for her. "I can do it myself," grumbled Simone.
Sim Sim was playing. She was making a very tall tower out of building blocks. She had just one more piece to go at the very top, but it was too high and out of reach. Daddy took the last piece from her and placed it on top. "There you go, darling," he said.
Sim Sim was furious and shouted, "I can do it myself." Just before snack time, Sim Sim went to the kitchen. "I'm going to make a jam sandwich for everyone and they will see I can do things by myself," she declared.
Sim Sim stepped on a stool to reach the counter. She got the bread by herself. She got the butter by herself. She got the plates by herself. She put slices of bread on each plate and buttered them. "Oh no!" she realized suddenly. I forgot to bring out the jam.
Sim Sim got the jam from the cupboard, but as she placed it on the top of the counter, it slipped from her hands. The jar fell to the floor with a loud crash. There was now jam everywhere. Sim Sim began to cry loudly.
Daddy rushed in to see what the noise was all about. He picked her up and sat her on top of the counter soothingly. Are you okay, Sim Sim? Are you hurt? No, I'm not, she cried. Oh dear, Mommy said as she and Ugo entered the kitchen. Are you okay, Sim Sim? She asked worriedly.
Sim Sim shook her head, tears falling out down her face. It's okay, Sim Sim, don't cry, Ugo said as Mommy sat him on top of the counter. I just wanted to be helpful and show that I can do things by myself. I can brush my own teeth, I can fix my own breakfast, I can build my own tower, cried Sim Sim. Oh, Sim Sim, said Daddy, we are so sorry. We should have let you do those things by yourself. Sometimes we forget that you're not a little baby anymore. How about we make sure to ask if you need some help, Mommy said. Okay, Sim Sim sniffled with a smile. And you can also ask us for help anytime you need it, Mommy continued. Would you like some help making the snacks? Yes, please, Sim Sim replied. Mommy cleaned up the mess while Sim Sim finished making the jam sandwiches with the little help from Daddy and Ugo. In the end, all was well, and Sim Sim was so happy that everyone enjoyed her tasty treat. The end. So that was book 2 from the Ugo and Sim Sim series, the title I Can Do It Myself. Now, Ugo, do you think it's strange that you're an animated or illustrated character? No.
Do you like being an illustrated character?
Yes.
So, if your character could do anything in this book series, what would your character do? Fly. And is that possible? I guess that's kind of possible in books, right? Because we use our imagination, right? So how did you get this ability to fly?
By a magical wand.
So that means your character Ugo would have to happen across a magical wand. Where do you think a magical wand would be found?
Abandoned house.
Oh, an abandoned house. Do you listeners hear what is going on right now? This is how the concepts of stories are made. You sit down, you juggle ideas, you think about stuff. And what is great about storytelling and books is that you're not restricted by the rules of real life. Ugo's character, we can make him fly. We can find a magical wand. So there's so much that writers and you people out there who want to create the stories can do, because it's all about the power of the imagination. Now, Ugo, just talking about the Ugo and Sim Sim book series, what has it helped you understand about yourself and Simone?
Like, I'm just a normal person with no ability.
You have a lot of abilities.
Yes. And Simone, like another kind of person, but still a person.
Okay, so from it, you've been able to understand that you are quote-unquote normal and that Sim Sim is a little different, right? But I love what you said there. She's still a person, right? So is that the message that you want these books to say, is that even if someone is different, they're still a person like you and me? So what other stories would you like to see from Ugo and Sim Sim?
Ugo?
Where would they go?
First question. Ugo and Sim Sim.
Yes.
See, over the world.
Ah, yes. So he's been wanting to do this Ugo and Sim Sim take over the world. I think we're definitely going to have to do that. So what happens in Ugo and Sim Sim take over the world? Tell me.
There will be news people.
Yes.
Simon is the person who's going to be on the TV talking something.
Yes.
I'm going to be the person going to the place and talking about it.
Okay, yeah. So the idea is that Sim Sim and Ugo are going to be like taking of the world, reporting. And Sim Sim is the like news anchor and you are the roving reporter, right? What are you going to wear? Like a suit and tie?
I'm going to wear a gentleman's suit.
Wonderful. And you will look so handsome. So listeners out there, you can see how stories can just be created just through chats and discussion, and then your imagination goes wild. And I really take my inspiration from Ugo and his sister Simone, because they really love stories. They love to think about strange things. They're a bit goofy. And so they give me great inspiration. So often your inspiration for your stories, kids and adults out there, are actually tangible things in your real life. People you see or something that might happen. And the best stories come out of something that has kind of happened in real life that give you that inspiration to then create. And that's it. That's all we have time for today, Ugo. So what we're going to do, because we've enjoyed really sharing some of our own stories with you, and it has really been a privilege. But today we're going to end a little differently and leave you with the Ugo and Sim Sim theme song. All our music is available to buy and stream on all major platforms, and of course you can go to the Simone's Oasis YouTube channel and the music videos are there also. My name is Tonye Falogi Ekezie, and I've been in the studio with
the co-host Ugo Ekezie.
That's right, my co-host Ugo Ekezie. Find us on social media at Simone's Oasis. Join us next time on Represented Podcast, Storybooks and More for African Kids. Until then, bye-bye. Enjoy the song.
we live in Lagos, the big city. And I'm feeling free, yeah, with my family. Feeling free, yeah, feeling free. And we live in Lagos, oh yeah, we live in Lagos, the big city. Feeling free, yeah, in the big city. Ugo and Sim Sim. 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 Ugo and Sim Sim.
I used to take baby steps. Lots of love really helps. Now I do it by myself. I know my right from my left. Mama says be yourself. I thank the Lord because you're blessed. Papa told me be yourself, cause you're nobody else. Hey!
And we live in Lagos, oh yeah, we live in Lagos, the big city. And I'm feeling free, yeah, with my family. Feeling free, yeah, feeling free. And we live in Lagos, oh yeah, we live in Lagos, the big city. Feeling free, yeah, in the big city. Ugo and Sim Sim. 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 Ugo Sim Sim.